Mary meet Sagittarius, Sagittarius sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all Sagittarius starting today, the 19th of December, 2024. This is Ariel, and I am reading with this Salvador Dali tarot. Can sort of get in the shot there. And I've already purified with this 4711 cologne. And you can find links to purchase each of these products in the video description of this video on YouTube. Let's see what's in the cards for all you gorgeous Sagittarius today. Starting off with the 3 of Cups, followed by the, 2, 4, 6 of Wands. And then we have this beautiful Fool card. I love it so much, Sagittarius. You're doing great. I know it doesn't seem like it for some of you right now, but you are doing great. Do not judge by appearances. All is well. Everything's working out. You've been doing well because you recognize that there's a reason for you to celebrate. And that celebration is so important because what happens is that we get so kind of caught up in the, being busy in the day-to-day stuff. And we, sometimes take for granted some of the wonderful manifestations that are coming. We think, oh, well, whatever. And if we start to celebrate even the little wins in our lives, it's a wonderful communicator to our deep mind. Yeah, more of this, please. This is great. More of this, please. Can we please have more of these kinds of things? And so it looks like you've been doing that. And I want you to feel comfortable to keep doing that, even though for some of you, those manifestations don't seem to be as quickly manifesting as you want them to be. The other thing I want you to look at is that the divine design of your life is really starting to come through for you. And if you work with that solar light, not only is it going to keep you focused on that and keep you aligned with that, it's going to keep your eyes open to those manifestations when they happen, because sometimes things are more subtle than we realize. And also, not only that, sometimes it's not so subtle, it's just we don't recognize it because we're so focused on other things. We don't even recognize how good I can't tell you how many times I've been like, oh, if only I could, if only I could, if only I could. And then I get so involved in stuff. And it takes me forever to realize, remember when you said, if only I could, if only I could, that's what you've been doing. Maybe say thank you. Maybe notice it, acknowledge it. So it's important that we acknowledge the wins as they happen. Okay. And so this Fool card is all about your innocence. And you are meant to be in this sort of perpetual beginner's luck. And it's okay for you to be that way, Sag, because what that is that innocence gives you blessings upon blessings poured upon you. It's when we start to think, oh, I know what I'm doing and I'm such an expert in this and all of that kind of thing. That's when things start to get a little rusty and the gears don't move as well. But when you keep your mind open and you keep yourself real innocent and say, I don't know, I'm just doing my best. I'm going from moment to moment, being guided and directed by my inner guidance. When you can be in that frame of mind, you just go from blessing to blessing to blessing. Even though sometimes there may be some difficulties, I understand that. It's not an easy world to live in, but you're not alone. And when you have that innocence that you're living your life through, like I said, you have that perpetual beginner's luck. Things work out for you in really wonderful and unusual ways just because of that lovely, innocent attitude, which you tend to be good at anyway. You tend to sort of be good at that anyway. But if you lean into that more, you're going to be super happy about things. Okay, we have 2, 4, what is this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 of Wands. Okay, that makes sense. Then we've got this Justice card and another Ace of Swords. Well, whatever the problem was, you're the victor and you're going to be the victor and you're doing very, very well. But you have to stay within that innocent, in the moment frame of mind rather than trying to plan too much or plot too much. Let it happen for you and through you. because none of the stuff that you're going to come up with is going to get you the victory that you want. But through that innocent openness and being guided from a higher power, you're going to have victory and then some, and then some. You also are being taught here that not only is it good for you to work with that solar light, but it's also good for you to let the solar light do the work. And you get to rest a little bit or a lot of bit. Take some downtime. If you can take some downtime and give it over to the solar light, which is such an innocent thing to do, which is such a wonderful fool thing to do, it's going to get taken care of for you. But if you continue to try to do everything yourself, you're just going to be very tired and very fatigued. And it's not that there won't be stuff for you to do, but you want to do it like the fool in the moment as you're guided to do it, rather than having too many lists and too much of a planning as to how things are going to work out for you. Because the solar light's plan is probably different and can't include things on your list because you wouldn't know about those things. You wouldn't know to list them because they come from the divine design, and that's not something that you would understand at this point. And that's a wonderful thing. That's what the wonderful thing about this Fool card is. You don't need to understand it. You're not supposed to understand it. It's okay for you not to understand it. It's okay for you to just be guided, just be led in the moment. Now, the restitution that's coming your way is full and complete. There's not a little restitution. So something happened, or some things have happened in your past that are not fair. You were unfairly treated. Things were either taken from you. Stuff happened. And you want to make sure that that is taken care of for you. You have ideas about it, and that's understandable. But what your ideas are right now are causing fatigue because you don't have enough connection to, well, you have connection to the infinite, but you just need to allow a higher intelligence to move through the situation and do it for you, because you're not going to be able to come up with all of the ideas of what you should do at this point. But that solar light will, and that higher power will. And as it does, you get the victory. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's a gift for you. This victory is for you. The sword is going to be placed right into the palm of your hand, and the solar light's going to say, ride forth and be victorious. It's going to be that great. But you trying to do it yourself right now is causing you fatigue. So be careful of that. Just allow yourself to take some downtime, and know that when you're taking that downtime and celebrating the things that have been working out for you, because it's not all bad, the things that have been working out for you, taking some downtime and letting that solar light do its work for you, when you do that, you'll be so happy and surprised that things are moving forward at a much quicker pace than they were before. Because you thought that you had to be involved. You thought that you had to work hard at every little part of it. And that's not the case at all. The work is being done for you. And people hear stuff like that and they think, oh, that sounds really irresponsible. But it's not. It's not. It's the height of responsibility. Because if you were supposed to figure out everything yourself, you'd already have figured it all out and you wouldn't be so tired. Right? It would have already worked out. So the solar light's got this handled. The divine law of restitution has this handled, and you're going to be the victor. And there's just no two ways about it. But you got to take some downtime. You got to pull back away from the situation and allow it to be taken care of for you. And all you get to do right now is to count your blessings. That's the only thing you have to do, and then take some downtime and watch some TV or something. Do something that's not part of whatever it is that you've been involved in. Just a few hours of, take a walk or go to the mall or whatever you like to do. That's completely seems like irresponsible to you. Do it. Do something supposedly irresponsible. And while you're doing something supposedly irresponsible, mighty, mighty forces are then working on your behalf without you interfering. So work with that solar light. And then also, if you have time, maybe listen to this justice card meditation about the divine law of restitution. You can find links to all of those tarot meditations in the link. You can find a link to all of the tarot meditations in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. On YouTube, you can also search Gatoga Solar Light and just listen to one of those solar light meditations if you don't know how to do it by yourself. And run that energy somewhat frequently, especially when you're tempted to overdo things. When you're tempted to really run in there and try to fix. You don't want to fix. This is not a good time to fix things. It's a good time to pull back, to acknowledge that higher power, to allow for that restitution to occur for you, and to take a little downtime, a little time to count your blessings. And before you know it, like toast popping out of a toaster, that sword of victory will be placed in the palm of your hand, and you'll be happy and amazed at how well things have worked out for you. And it's going to be wonderful. So good for you, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I so appreciate you. We will see you in another 2 weeks, Sagittarius, for another reading. Until then, blessed be.